afternoon. We're back once again with Meet Your Administrators, and let us tell you a little bit about what it is that we do every day and what it is that we're doing to just make sure you know that the show is still going on. It's just a matter of when we go back and us being ready to receive you. So today in this segment, I'm with Stephen Beatty, who is a very veteran administrator and Alexander educator. Stephen, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey, good afternoon, Cougar Country. Excited to talk to you today. The focus will be on scheduling current 8th graders that will be 9th graders at Alexander High School next year. One of my many job opportunities is to work with you with that transition, and being that we're not going to be having the freshman expo at this time, we'll be working out some of those scheduling issues with you by choosing electives.
So basically, here's the rundown for you. We don't like to do schedule changes once the school year starts. That's the bottom line. I mean, so the more that we can do on the front end in terms of scheduling, the better everybody's schedule will be once it's time for us to go live. Am I correct in that, Mr. Beatty?
Yes, sir. That way we're going to provide this opportunity and send you out a link for you to sign up for your elective classes. What's great for you right now, most of you have already picked 4 to 5 classes at your middle school. For example, your math teacher, your science teacher, your English teacher, your social studies teacher at your middle school work with your counselor to pick your kids' next academic class at high school. So those are taken care of. And
right.
Those students who are now enrolled in foreign language classes that are on their second foreign language level class, you also were promoted to level 2 foreign language class. So those students will have 5 classes already picked. We're just filling in the gaps of the many elective opportunities that you have at Alexander High School. We're going to tell you a little bit about that today.
For those who don't really know what this is, the core classes are math, science, English, social studies, and foreign language, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Foreign language is treated as both a core class and an elective class. You don't have to have 2 years of foreign language to graduate from high school.
I see.
However, if a student is going to go to a 4-year college or university in the state of Georgia, before you graduate from high school, you need to have those 2 credits of foreign language, and you got 4 years to do it. So you don't necessarily have to take foreign language your freshman year. Those students in middle school who are currently taking their second year of foreign language, we're going to go ahead, and if you meet the expectation at middle school, you'll receive that high school credit for level 1. So those students are automatically registered for level 2.
Okay. So
that's a perfect example.
And then, before you kind of get into breaking down what the electives are, can you kind of explain like career pathways? I know that, Alexander being the amazing school that we are, we offer a whole lot of career pathways, and that's basically preparing students to have a skill set ready to be a productive citizen when they leave Alexander.
Yes, a career pathway is anywhere from 3 or more courses that you will take at Alexander High School in a certain area of interest. For example, we have an agriculture department. The entry-level course for basic agriculture is basic agriculture. That was on your drop-down menu as an option. Those students picking basic agriculture can eventually finish up pathways in veterinary science, plant science, animal science, or horticulture. So you will leave Alexander High School completing a career pathway, but also end of pathway assessment, which is a nationally recognized assessment proving that you know the curriculum that's presented at Alexander High School. Alexander High School has in between 19 and 22 career pathways offered every year. So when you sign up, you may have an older sibling that had a pathway such as, say, auto technology, and that's full this year because those are very popular programs. But if you stay with us, your 10th grade year, there'll be some openings for you and things like that. So if you notice an elective not available, it's just because it's very popular elective and maybe it's full with 10th, 11th, and 12th graders finishing up their pathways.
Let me ask you this. So a lot of the viewers, are probably asking, what does this have to do with athletics? This show is called the ALX Press Box, which is basically talking about all things athletics. Well, scheduling is very, very important to students being NCAA eligible at the end of their 4 years, because if you play sports, you definitely want to give yourself the opportunity to earn a scholarship and go to school for free. So Mr. Beatty and his team of schedulers and counselors, they work very hard in making sure that students are aligned with courses that are recognized and accepted by the NCAA clearinghouse. Is that correct?
Yes, so there's NCAA clearinghouse has a certain number of college level courses that you need to complete and pass in order to be NCAA eligible. What's good news for you is our graduation rule at Alexander High School is aligned with that. So a diploma from Alexander High School will make you NCAA eligible. And of course, your junior year, you'll meet with your junior level counselor, and you'll complete the NCAA eligibility. A lot of the information can be found on our website under resources and student registration, and we can talk more about that later. But another thing is, not all the middle schools have a weight training class. So if you are an athlete, go ahead on that drop-down menu, go ahead and hit weight training. Not only would I hit weight training as a ninth grader, but I would also consider go ahead and signing up for health and PEI. Historically at Alexander High School, mostly that's a 10th grade class, but now that a lot of our career technical classes are full at capacity, a lot of freshmen will have to take the health and PEI class. One is it's required for graduation, so why not knock it out your freshman year? So that's a required PE class that you can take, you can get that credit for, and you can graduate. One of the things that's different about high school is that you have to earn a certain amount of Carnegie units or credits to graduate from high school. That magic number is actually 23. And you'll learn more about that when you get to high school as we go through the Teachers as Advisors program.
Okay, fantastic. So this process that we're focusing on today is just basically embracing our freshmen. We missed Freshman Expo due to these unprecedented times, and with everything shutting down, we just couldn't risk putting people in in the same space at the same time. So we created a different means for students who are coming to Alexander to select the courses that they want. Some of you already knew what you want to take, and we're encouraging all of our current ALX Cougars to share this information with your cousins and your friends down at the middle school level so that they know which classes to choose. So Mr. Beatty, talk to us a little bit about what they'll be getting into.
Well, the first thing I want to talk about is when you go to register and let's talk about foreign language first. Your only options will be French 1 and Spanish 1. And the reason for that is those are for students who want to go ahead and take French 1 or Spanish 1 as a freshman. But please realize, if you put that down, French 1 and Spanish 1, that's the equivalent of an honors class. So make sure your kid is academically ready to take another core academic honors class by selecting French 1 or Spanish 1. You can wait till your junior year if you didn't have middle school foreign language. So that's okay, as long as you have 2 years before you graduate. If you want to go to a 4-year university, college or university. A lot of our kids don't necessarily go that route. A lot of our kids do on-the-job training. They go military. They go right into a technical school and learn on-the-job training. So those students won't even need foreign language. Okay. Now, we do have a group of students, I think there's about 150, 180 of them, who have already taken 2 years of foreign language. And what's great is your middle school already registered you for level 2 foreign language, whether that be French or Spanish. So that's already taken care of. You don't even need to worry about registering for a foreign language class. Go ahead and pick 4 other electives. One of those will be an alternate because those kids have 4 academic classes, foreign language. You'll pick 3 electives and one of them will be thrown out probably because it's full.
But just to clarify, you still want them to pick 4 electives on the survey, correct?
Absolutely, because some of you will only need 3 electives, some of you will need 4, some may even need 2. By picking 4, that gives us lots of options because the electives, especially our career technical, agriculture, educational electives, they fill up very quick and they're very popular. But don't stress, just because you don't get something you want your freshman year, you most likely will get it by your 10th grade year.
Okay. All right. What do you...
Let's talk about some of the other electives that we can take maybe in fine arts and advanced placement.
Okay.
We'll talk about advanced placement. There is one advanced placement class, which is an elective. It is not required for graduation. It falls within the social studies department. It's called Advanced Placement Human Geography. This is a good elective for that student that wants to get their feet wet in the College Board curriculum. College Board curriculum is a national curriculum. For example, the same curriculum is taught in human geography, University of Georgia, Georgia State, at University of West Georgia. That will be taught to our freshmen in 9th grade if you sign up for AP, Advanced Placement Human Geography. Make sure you have at least a 1250 Lexile score on your last GMAS so you can keep up with the reading and writing that will be required in this class. That's a great class for students who are gifted in social studies and want to know a little bit more about the world around them.
Okay.
So that's a good placement course. Some other electives you're probably thinking about is PE electives. For example, if you are interested in any type of sport, make sure you sign up for weight training. Go ahead and sign up for health and PEI because that's a required PE elective. You can get that knocked out. We also have team sports where they play some basketball and flag football and volleyball. And there's even a lifetime sports elective. The lifetime sports are more those individual sports such as golf or archery, or they go out to our tennis courts and that type of thing. So there's a lot of different options there for you to pick. Fine arts has a plethora of options. We have our visual arts class, and a lot of middle schools have visual arts. That's a good transition class between 8th and 9th grade year. We have a fantastic choral department. We have a men's chorus. We have a women's chorus. We have a guitar class. Just know the guitar class is not electric guitar. That's only for students who have an acoustic guitar. So that's important to know.
Students would need to have their own guitar.
They will have to have their own guitar to sign up for that course. Keep that in mind. That's actually a very popular course at Alexander.
I want to know about the new course. Talk to me
about new course.
Talk to me about the new course.
Man, I tell you what, when you take the fine arts department and you merge it with the career technical department, you have a new course such as beginning music technology, where students will actually produce their own music in one of our 21st century computer labs. We are excited about that new course. It's a good course for freshmen to sign up for so they can produce their music and start learning more about technology. That's a really good course as well.
Okay.
Also band. If you're a middle school band, go ahead and hit that band elective concert band so you can be part of the band at Alexander High School. That's really going to help you guys sign up for that. So that's just a general overview of those electives that you'll see on this drop-down screen. I know we talked a little bit about career technical agricultural education electives. Those are very popular. The courses you see that are populated, again, are only the ones we have open right now. Some of the courses such as early childhood education, food science, or that food nutrition and wellness, and auto tech, those are popular courses, so those are already closed to freshmen.
Right.
We still have a plethora of, like I said, anywhere between 19 and 22 career pathways. A lot of the courses you see, for example, in business, that introduction to digital technology class, that leads to web design, programming, and computer science pathways. So those students who like to use the computer to produce something, whether it's some type of medium or media like web design, or you want to learn a little bit eventually down the road some program, HTML, Python, eventually Java at level 3 courses. That digital technology is a great place to start. And just to let you know, freshmen, that's the future. Most students, when they graduate, no matter what job career they go into, they've got to know a little bit about coding. That's basically what that class is.
I'm going to show them what the survey looks like.
I'm sorry, say again?
I'm going to show them what the survey looks like. Are we ready for that?
Yeah, populate that for them so they'll know.
All right, so I'm pulling up, there's a link all over the place now on our school website, on our social media accounts, and I'm pulling it up now and showing it to you on the screen. So basically what you're seeing is when you go to the survey, you'll see the 9th grade electives survey, class of 2024. You'll need to put in your lunch number. This is how we will identify you. And the name, your name also. We like you to put your last name, then your first name. And so of these boxes, your first please select your first choice. This is the class that you want more than any other class. So you'll look at the list. We have 21 offerings that freshmen are allowed to take and that are still open. So each box looks the same, except notice that each box has first choice, second choice, third choice, fourth choice. And each box you need to make a different selection. So once you do that, you'll submit it and you'll be right there with us. So basically all you got to do is complete that survey. When I looked at it a few minutes ago, we already had 14 responses and it's not been out there but an hour. So thank you parents, thank you older siblings, cousins, teachers from other schools who are helping us out, the principals at our feeder schools, thank you for blasting it out. Mr. Beatty, anything else you want to let the students know before we let you go?
The one thing is High School 101. High schools are truly pre-college learning institution, post-secondary option learning institution, tech school, military. Like we have a wonderful JROTC department. A lot of the information is on our website. Like I said earlier, go to resources. When you go to resources, drop down to student registration, student registration, course scheduling. It's going to bring up another YouTube video for you, just High School 101 information. There's also a Douglas County School System High School career catalog that talks about all the different pathways at all the different schools, and even list all the courses that are offered and course descriptions. It's a lot of great deal of information. Our graphic organizers of what we will use to utilize to get kids to graduate high school on time and college and career ready are there for you. A lot of great information on our website. And now that we've got to get used to our new normal of working off-site, we have a plethora of resources for you, your family, and your child starting Alexander High School to have success.
Awesome. Well, we thank you so much for breaking that down and letting our freshmen know. I really feel like this video is going to help guide some students, and I'm going to put it up as soon as I can after we get off, and make sure that I post that and share it, on all our platforms too, because several questions that people might have just got answered.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure as always,
All right,
Mr.
man,
Chandler.
See you soon. See ya. All right, bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.